Good evening, Montgomery basketball fans. You are in the Cougar Den in Skillman, New Jersey at Montgomery High School. I'm Darren Wallace, joined by Mo Hassanen and Jonas Felok. Fellas, the Cougars are not getting off to the start that they thought that they would. Before the season, Coach Grundy and Coach Bassler, they thought that they could be potentially undefeated at this point during the year. Yet here they sit after 5 games at 2-3, taking on Wes Morris, who's 4-2 this season, coming off of a loss at Del Barton. Tonight is the Coaches versus Cancer shootout in the Den. And after a tough loss to Phillipsburg by 4 points last time out, the Cougars definitely are looking for answers. Where do they find that answer tonight, fellas?
Well, what's up, Darren? I'm glad to be sitting beside you again. It's been, what's it been, like 4 years, dude?
Yeah, it's
like
been a while.
Forever since I've been in this gym. And then we got new kids, new blood. This is awesome to see the MIRE really expanding. Shout out to Mr. Glock in the ATL. But since he texted me yesterday and asked me to do the game, I've had a chance to watch all the film and, see what the Cougars have been this season. And this team, I feel like they're almost there. Like there's an identity there, but it's almost there. And there just needs to be like little pieces coming and going, and they need to actually like finally gel together. So Curry obviously suited up tonight is a surprise to me because I was told he wasn't going to play, and to see him suited up is awesome. But he's not starting tonight. We'll get through that when it gets closer to game time. So Josh Moore for me is going to be really important for this team offensively in order to get those same kind of opportunities, the dribble drive penetration, the kickouts. He's going to be really key today.
Obviously, last game is an opportunity where the Cougars definitely feel like they were beaten by an inferior opponent. And a lot of those struggles, while there may have been some struggles on the offensive side, it was really defense where they weren't able to get the big shots so they needed. Wes Morris is a team that they like to drive the ball in the middle of the paint. What do you think defensively the Cougars need to do? Obviously Curry, he's warming up like he said. He might not be at full strength though. So the other guys, the younger, this younger core that'll be, handling the brunt of the responsibility tonight. What do they have to do on the defensive end to sort of get right after their performance the other night?
I'm going to give you 3 last names, Derek. Prakash, Rabayo, and Gordy. For tonight for me, Gordy on defense is going to be really important. His presence in the paint, it's no secret that what kind of center Grundy likes, and he is just as important as any other of those centers have been in recent years. He's got to stay strong in the paint, stay big, not give up easy fouls. And the one thing I've been noticing when watching the film is that he's got to rebound better. He's got to, anticipate. He's got to be stronger. And if they can do that tonight, then they're definitely going to be able to get the rebounds and be able to get stops in the elbow.
Absolutely. And, like I mentioned in the open, welcome. Coach Grundy expected to have, 5 wins at this point. He expected to be 5-0. Obviously, COVID has had some problems running through the team, but they do get some guys back. They get Matt Levy back, who will be definitely key to getting back on track. Luke Smith still out going through protocols, but I believe they'll have him back for the next game. So this isn't the Montgomery basketball that we expected to see thus far. So moving forward, start not only tonight, but as we continue to move through the season into January, what does the key need to be moving forward? Because we don't know when Ryan Curry will be 100%, and you don't know what could happen with COVID. There's so many things going on with COVID that could continue to be an issue. So, fellas, feel free to chime in yourself, Jonas, as well. What needs to be the focus moving forward, even beyond tonight?
What do you think, Jonas? You got any ideas?
No.
No ideas, man? All right, I'll give you one, Darren. I think JT Szymborski is going to be really important. That kid can shoot. Lights out. And, Glock and Bartholomew have pointed out that when he takes his jump shots, he likes to lean sometimes, and those are the ones that don't go in. But when he's straight up and he just gets the form perfect, they go in. He's a money machine. I think he's got 11 threes on the season so far within 5 games, so he's deadly. But, finding those opportunities, hitting open shots, that's going to be really important for this team. When Curry's not on the court and available, someone else has got to step up and make shots.
Right, and you mentioned 11 threes on the year, 8 of those coming in just one game. So JT definitely not shooting the way you would like for this Montgomery team. But that's all the time that we have for this pregame. You were going to watch Montgomery taking on Wes Morris at the Coaches versus Cancer shootout. You're caught in the mire, the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Cougar Den at Montgomery High School. I'm Darren Wallace, joined by my good companion, Mo Hassanen, for some exciting coaches versus cancer shootout basketball. We got the Montgomery Cougars taking on the West Morris Wolfpack. Montgomery sitting at 2-3 heading into this one. West Morris 4-2. Both teams coming off of losses. Both teams coming off a loss, so only one will be able to head home, righting their wrongs from their previous time out in Montgomery has not looked like the Montgomery that we're used to seeing, and especially with some guys missing last game due to COVID and Ryan Curry going down with that ankle injury a few weeks ago, it definitely showed in their loss to Phillipsburg.
Yeah, this will be the second time out that Ryan Curry will not be in the starting lineup for the Cougars tonight. So let's see how they respond. Let's see how the five guys that are on the court, how they respond to their star player not being there. And last time out, it looked a little unorganized. It looked a little shaky. But I have a feeling that this time out, we're going to see a good performance out of the five guys on the court.
Your starting lineup for tonight: Matt Davino, Arian Gordy, JT Simborski, Josh Moore, and Matt Levy, who will be starting in place of Ryan Curry. Levy, more of a player just like Josh Moore, who can not only get his own shot, but create for others as well. It'll definitely be a big help having him back after missing him last game.
Yeah, and I love Levy's game because that guy's always in the right spot at the right time. Whether it's an offensive rebound or it's open shot, he's there. So finding him in those moments will be crucial for the Cougars tonight.
And big Arian Gordy, he's coming off an 18-point, 21 rebound performance last game. Excited to see how he builds on it in this game.
That man is 6'10" and he's all arms, man. He's tall and he's long and he's lanky. Not many people can guard him if they're not his size. So that size advantage is going to be crucial for the Cougars tonight. And looking now, he's got some inches on everybody. So we'll see how he responds to that tonight.
Gordy will definitely have the size advantage tonight, as he typically does in most matchups. The starting lineup for West Morris, guard Zach McFarland, Sean Leonard, number 4, also a guard. Guard number 24, David Rento. Forward, John Coleman, number 22. And forward, number 33, Andrew Miller. This is a senior-laden West Morris team. Not too many young guys, so there's definitely a lot of experience out there for the Wolfpack.
We're going to see what the Cougars are made of tonight, playing against 4-year guys. So we'll see what's going to happen. I expect a big performance out of the Cougars tonight.
As we get ready for tip-off in the Cougar Den, Montgomery and West Morris.
Oh, I'm excited.
And here we go. Gordy wins the tip. Surprise, surprise. Josh Moore will walk it across the timeline. Cougars in a 41 set. As Moore hands off to Davino, gets it right back. Josh in the lane. Layup is no good. Falls off the rim. Offensive rebound, Matt Levy puts it up. No foul. Another offensive rebound to Montgomery. Simborski for 3. It's good. JT Simborski with the first points of the game. And a big 3, you mentioned that he was going to have to get going from the outside.
Keep shooting, big man. Keep shooting.
3-0 early lead for Montgomery as West Morris gets it over the timeline. Leonard with the ball at the top of the key. Pass it over to Rento. West Morris is a team not known for playing too much from the outside. They like to drive it inside, play inside out. And I think that's an aspect that plays kind of into the Cougars' hands. They haven't been too good at defending the 3 this year.
Good defense so far on this possession, making him pass the ball out, making him take a shot from 3. And that's exactly
Coleman,
what the Cougars want.
Who's off the mark on that corner 3. Rebound to Gordy on the long rebound. And Moore will bring it across half court. Moore with the move, gets by, layup, too much, and a foul. And it looks like that's going to be on Gordy, his first. He went over the back of Rento.
That's 2 takes so far for Josh Moore. And even though he missed both of them, he's got to keep going. His dribble drive penetration is going to be the thing that breaks down this West Morris defense tonight. Even if he keeps missing him, he's got to keep going and attacking the basket.
Moore with 2 early shot attempts. Definitely like to see him being aggressive. West Morris will get it over the timeline. That's Coleman with the ball. Over to Miller. Miller from 3. That is not his game. And he airballs, but JT with a big mistake in the backcourt. And that's picked off by Zach McFarland, who lays it in for 2.
Yeah, silly mistakes. I mean, that's been kind of a theme of the Cougars this season. Comes with the inexperience. So let's see how they react off of that.
Cougars lead 3-2 off Dvorsky's three. Moore into the lane, kicks it out to Davino. Davino for three, too strong. Gets his own rebound. Over to Levy from the left wing, short. And the fight for the rebound, and Wes Morris comes up with it.
Love to see Gordy get down and dirty on the ground, getting rebounds, loose balls. Love to see that.
Leonard with the ball in the corner over to Rento. Rento dribbles it out, and he stepped out of bounds. Yes, he did. So the ball will go back to the Cougars, as it looks like the Cougars are playing a little bit of pressure defense, trying to speed up Wes Morris. Wes Morris hasn't seen much pressure defense this year, and it looks like it is getting to them a little bit early.
Darren, I'm just going to say I miss this, man. I miss standing behind here. I want to be 18 again and back in high school and doing these games, man.
Oh, don't get me started. I'd love to be on the court again as Davino misses on his layup attempt. Gordy with the putback, no good. And it's a tussle and a jump ball as Gordy got tied up with Miller underneath the basket. And the possession arrow goes to the Wolfpack.
Gordy finishing around the rim is important. That's going to be crucial. Those layups that he misses around, let's see if it comes back to bite the Cougars later on in the game.
Absolutely. Leonard will handle the ball on the M. Swings it over to Coleman. Coleman drives into the lane, kicks it out. Rento at the top of the key, drives in the lane. Gordy steps up, contests. Shot is short by Miller. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last off David Rento. So the ball goes back to the Cougars.
That's that interior length you were talking about from Gordy. He made the play happen. Even though he gave up the first shot and the rebound, he is able to get there for the second contest.
Josh Moore will handle for the Cougs. Over to Davino. And Mo, you wonder, it was going to be a point of emphasis. Where is that scoring going to come from without Ryan Curry on the court as Szymborski's fouled on the drive? But, last game, it seemed like the Cougars, they would be able to rise to the occasion. They definitely scored out, jorked out to an early lead, but it just seemed like, they were missing, Curry in those late moments to be able to calm everybody down and get a bucket when they really needed it.
Yeah, in the North Hunterdon game, Curry wasn't really trying to get his own. He was playing facilitator, and it's unfortunate that he got hurt in overtime, but that's really when he started to be aggressive and started to, try to get his own shot as Levy gets in and misses the layup. And that was a crazy layup by Levy. Couldn't get it to go. But, yeah, their performance against North Hunterdon was it was crazy to see how Curry was playing facilitator.
There's a foul on Matt Davino. Sean Leonard.
And just to go off that, Josh Moore's got to be that guy. He did it once already, the dribble drive penetration. Do that and then kick out the next time you dribble drive. He's more of that. That's what's really going to make up for Curry not playing as many minutes.
4.5 to play in the first quarter. And that's Leonard over to Zach McFarland from the corner. He sinks the three. So Wes Morris takes the lead now, 5-3, 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Who's not off to a strong shooting start as Moore gets in the lane, looking for a foul, doesn't get one. Rebound, Wes Morris. And a double dribble. That's McFarland. Zach McFarland was leading the break, but he picked it up, a little indecisive there. So he'll turn it over, and it'll go back to the Cougs.
Cougar didn't let him know that you can't do that.
And Josh Moore dribbles it off his foot, so that's another turnover. A lot of turnovers early from both teams.
Keep going, Josh. Hold your head high, man. Mistakes happen. Just got to keep going. Young players, they just got to understand that. Keep going.
Wes Morris with the ball. That's Leonard with the drive in the middle. A floater is in and out. Rebound Gordy. And he outlets to Moore. Moore operating on the right wing.
Gordy's just so tall. He's so tall.
Moore still operating. And comes off a Gordy screen, and that's an illegal screen. And that's going to be 2 on Gordy. Arian Gordy picks up his second foul, and that's big because he's a guy that's getting to play 32 minutes tonight, and him getting 2 quick fouls in the first quarter definitely does not bode well. As Ryan Curry now, he's not checking into the game, but he is warming up behind the Cougar bench as Gordy comes out, and Steve Donahue, the sophomore, will check in.
Is that Gordy's first or second?
That's his second foul. That's
No,
2
second
fouls
foul
for him in the first quarter.
Sorry if you said that and I missed it. I was watching
it
Curry
looks like
warm up.
Wes Morris is taking advantage of Montgomery asleep at the wheel. McFarland casts the three, and it's a 5-point lead now for the Wolfpack. The Cougars get caught sleeping there, and McFarland makes them pay. Szymborski, and he's fouled on the three. So a chance to answer for the Cougs at the stripe. So JT will shoot 3 free throws, as it looks like Ryan Curry is about to check into the game.
First action in a couple weeks for Curry. I wonder if he's 100%.
And JT's short on the first. JT, a fine outside shooter, but from the line, not as strong, as he misses the second of 3. As Curry will check in for Josh Moore, and he gets a warm welcome from the Cougar faithful.
I never understood that, how three-point shooters sometimes they just don't have the same percentage from the line because it's shorter. You would think that, like, because it's shorter, you'd be able to shoot it, but it's just a completely different situation shooting the 3 versus shooting a free throw.
Szymborski cashes the third. Cougars down 4, 8-4, 2:58 to play in the first. McFarland, left to right cross, gets in the lane, out to Leonard. Wes Morris likes to share the ball. There's not one guy that kind of takes over for them. And the dribble. That's Owen
Great rebound from
Christensen
Curry.
with the pull-up. Rebound by Curry in his first action. He got up there. Curry leading the break. Kick out to Levy. Levy from the corner, short. Rebound Wes Morris. It's Matt Mancini who checked in for the Wolfpack. Up ahead to Rento. Rento spin back. Layup. It's good. David Rento with the fancy move there. The spin move and the layup. And it's 10-4. The Wolfpack are up 6. 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
I know we're supposed to be Montgomery homers here, but I think Curry got away with a foul there. He got lucky he didn't get called for one.
JT gets in the lane with a strong finish with his left.
What's up, Curry?
That's 5 points for JT Szymborski.
Yep.
And the Cougars trail by 4. Rento handles up top over to McFarland. He launches in and out. Rebound Curry, and he'll lead the break. Looking ahead, trying to see what he's got. Left to right cross, behind the back. Little hesitation. Nothing there. Davino in the lane, floater, and he's fouled.
Watching the Cougars now with Curry on the court, what I love about him is that it looks like he's playing in slow motion, but he's just slowing down the game to his pace, and he's able to do, the in and out hezzies that you see, and the spin moves, the behind the backs, and it's just so awesome to watch and see that how when a player can slow the game down with their own skill set, it's amazing.
Davino's off on the first one, and to your point, Curry doesn't look like he's missed much of a beat. I mean, you wouldn't even know he was hurt the way he's looked on these first couple of possessions. As Davino cashed the second, 10-7. Wes Morris leads by 3. They'll bring it up, and McFarland nearly lost it, and Mancini comes up with it. He'll pass out to Leonard. Leonard over to Christensen, who hits McFarland. McFarland gets in the lane, kick out to the corner, nobody home. But Leonard finds it, tip, and it's a fight for it. And there's a whistle and a foul. That one's on Owen Christensen, his first.
Good hustle by JT there.
Minute 12 left in the first. The Cougars down by 3 with a chance to cut it to 1 or tie the game. Curry will handle up top. To Donahue. Curry getting in the lane, behind the back, crossover to JT Szymborski, short, and it goes out of bounds. Wes Morris ball. We're under a minute to play in the first quarter.
He's got to keep shooting. Even if they're not going in, he's got to keep shooting.
McFarland will handle over to Rento. Rento picks up his dribble. Curry, no pressure, and nearly thrown away by Rento. But Leonard comes down with it, and that'll be a timeout for Wes Morris, and we'll take a timeout as well. You are watching the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience for the Coaches vs. Cancer Showcase. Welcome back to the Cougar. Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Darren Wallace with Mo Hassanen. The Cougars trail by 3 in the first quarter as we are under a minute to play in the first. Ryan Curry back in the game. He has not played since North Hunterdon after suffering an ankle injury as Leonard gets in the lane and he's fouled. Szymborski tried to step in and take a charge, and it looks like the refs are going to talk it over. And it will be a block. So JT just a step late. He's well known for taking charges. They tried to give the foul to somebody else, but it was the attempt at the trickeration was unsuccessful. So Kerry Wong will get off the bench, and he'll check in for the Cougars as Leonard's first free throw is in and out.
Coach Grundy wasn't happy there that they didn't call a walk. I honestly thought it could have gone either way, but more so of a walk to me. Maybe that's just the bias that Mr. Glock has ingrained in my brain.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and remain a little unbiased. You know, being the reporter with integrity that I am. As Leonard cashed the second free throw to put West Morris up by 4.
I leave the bias when I'm officiating. That's what I do. So that's where I continue to be biased. But elsewhere, nah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We like honesty.
Yeah, you got to be.
Szymborski will launch from outside and catches it.
Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
Szymborski, his second 3 of the night. Montgomery trails by 1. 5 seconds to play in the first. Leonard from deep. He's got it. At the buzzer, Sean Leonard from 3. What a first quarter for him. And he puts West Morris up by 4. The Cougars trail 14-10 at the end of 1. Ryan Curry checking back into the game for the first time since North Hunterdon, but he and the Cougars find themselves down by 4 at the end of the first. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, more Montgomery and West Morris action in the Cougar Den. Welcome back to the MIRE. Darren Wallace joined by Mo Hassanen.
Darren, don't forget about Jonas, man.
Oh, and
Jonas is here too. He's got the headset on. He can hear everything.
He's got the headset on. My apologies, Jonas. I meant to include you, my man.
Come on, man.
And you are watching
Can't forget about
Montgomery
me.
and West Morris. Absolutely. The man behind the scenes as the Cougars find themselves down 4 early in the second quarter. And West Morris traveled. It looked like David Rento picked up the violation there. Matt Levy back from COVID protocols. Montgomery has a 7-day return to play policy that he had to abide by in order to come back, as he and a couple other teammates were hit with the COVID bug, but Matt Levy is back. We encourage you all to stay safe out there as Kerry Wong drives the lane, kicks out to Steve Donahue, and Levy will get in the lane, and that's no good. Diving on the floor, Kerry Wong, but he can't come up with it.
Charge. And there it is.
Charge. Offensive
there it
foul.
is.
JT Szymborski with his signature defensive move, the charge, the step in and help defense. And not just the JT Szymborski staple. Montgomery is one of the best teams in arguably the entire state at stepping in from help defense and taking charges. Not a lot of teams that will willingly have that will have players that are willing to step in and take charges, but Montgomery just year after year has multiple guys that'll step in and do that.
Darren, who was your teammate that always took the charges? Was it you? I think it was you.
I was a guy who would take charges. I wasn't the guy. The guy to take charges, at least when I played, was Greg Tarka. Now, were they all charges? No. Some you could say might get a $25K fine in the NBA, but that's neither here nor there. But I think it was more of a collective thing when I was playing. But, I mean, there were some guys more than others. But it was a collective effort.
Yeah, it's been an identity for this team as the Cougars missed the shot, ball going down the other way. But yeah, it's been an identity for this team for as long as I can remember, as long as I've watched. And to see JT do what he's doing and just taking charges, it's amazing to me.
And risky as well. He's got 2 fouls, so that could have easily been called a block. And then you've got your best shooter on the bench with 3 fouls in the first half as Wes Morris with the ball. And number 23, Jack Leonard, the freshman, has checked into the game for the first time. Wes Morris leads 14-10 in the second. That's McFarland. He's short on his jumper. Rebound Wong, and he'll push. Wong getting into the lane. The Euro, and he's fouled.
Which way is it going?
And is it on the floor shooting? It looks like it'll be a shooting foul.
Looks like it's a blocking.
So Kerry Wong will shoot 2 free throws. Kerry Wong, one of those types of players that isn't going to score 25 points, isn't going to get all the assists, but he's going to play hard, he's going to hustle, he's going to do anything he's asked to do of Coach Grundy as he nails the first free throw. Kerry's one of those guys that is very important to a team. You need guys like that.
Yeah, and he's a senior too, senior leader. You know, there's not many of them on this team. Need guys to be able to, you know, listen to Coach, do what Coach asks, and he's playing because Coach trusts him.
Absolutely, as he cashes 2, so the lead is cut in half, 14-12. Wes Morris leads. Sean Leonard will operate on the left wing, and he passed to McFarland. McFarland out to Jack Leonard. And big brother Sean Leonard now. He gets in the lane.
Good hands.
He'll dish out to his brother. Wes Morris taking their time on offense. That's a 3 from Jack Leonard, and Jack Leonard cashes it from the corner. 17-12. Montgomery trails by 5 now. Their biggest deficit of the game. Actually, excuse me, 6 was their biggest deficit of the game.
The corner threes are killing the Cougars right now. Got to go
Absolutely.
out and close
Wes
out.
Morris is 2 for 2 on those corner threes as the layup by Szymborski is no good. Rento crosses over, gets in the lane. Out up top to Leonard. Leonard will dribble drive into the lane. And that's another offensive foul. And guess who? JT Szymborski, another charge. And like I said, he has 2 fouls, so it's risky to take those charges with 2 fouls, but he has no fear, and he easily steps in and picks up another offensive foul. And that's a turnover, so it'll be going back to the Cougars.
He's really good at beating the man to the spot. You know, that's why he doesn't really get called for the blocking fouls, is because his feet are already set before the defender even knows what he's going to do. So he beats the guy to the spot and stays big and stays strong, and he gets the charging calls.
A turnover by Montgomery. Jack Leonard will lead the break. He dishes it off. And that's Matt Mancini with the layup as the Cougars now trail by 7.
Need a bucket here. Need a bucket here.
Josh Moore in the lane. Layup, and he's fouled. That's a block, so he'll shoot 2. Josh Moore hasn't converted from the field yet, but now he'll go to the line for 2 free throws and a chance to cut the lead to 5.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Darren, but I think that's his first trip to the line today.
Yes, it is. And two pretty strong takes earlier. Might have been fouled on one of them. Looks like he's being very aggressive tonight.
Yeah, just like JT from the 3, he's got to keep driving. He's got to keep doing what he's good at. Keep doing what his role is on the team and creating that penetration. And he'll eventually get his free throws and get his points when the clock is stopped.
Josh Moore's second is good. 19-14, 5:08 to go in the second. Wes Morris will bring across. That's David Rento, the ball up top. Jack from Melt, who checked into the game just a little bit ago, as Curry tried to push him to contest, but Leonard still knocks it down. Another 3 for Jack Leonard, just a freshman, and he's got 2 threes early for the Wolfpack.
These 3-pointers are killing the Cougars right now, giving up easy chances,
and
open
another
shots.
turnover for Montgomery. Jack from Melt, the culprit there, as McFarland will hesitate and launch the 3, but he's too strong with that one. Curry will rebound and bring it up himself.
Nice
with the step back and the pass. Levy can't finish. And it'll go out of bounds and stay with Montgomery. Coach Grundy is definitely frustrated. The Cougars not getting anything easy tonight.
Yeah, Levy just tried to put some sauce on that and really couldn't get it off at the right spot at the backboard, but great dime by Curry. That's what he's good at, setting his teammates up for easy chances.
And Josh Moore finds Steve Donahue, who
traveled. Got a little overzealous there.
Little too quick with the steps there. As Donahue tried to drive it into the lane off the shot fake. Might have had a shot there.
If NJ.com is correct, this is Donahue's second varsity game?
It is. It is Donahue's second varsity game, only a sophomore. Wes Morris will operate. Leonard, who's already knocked down 2 threes, will swing to McFarland.
Credit to Wes Morris. They're moving the ball well. They're getting their guys the ball. Commentator's curse, man.
The curse of the commentator always lives as Wes Morris turns it over. So Montgomery will take over again. A lot of turnovers. We don't have a count. We don't have a statistician to let us know. But there has been a lot of turnovers. Bit of a sloppy game.
So is it called the commentator's curse or the Glock curse?
I think it's any commentator. We like to pick on Glock around here, but it's not just unique to Glock. As Levy gets a lane, jump stop, can't get the layup to go, and he fights for the rebound. And it's out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Wolfpack. Montgomery just cannot convert the easy ones tonight, Mo.
And those are going to be important for us. I mean, we talked about in the pregame, hitting the shots that are there. You know, that dump inside from Curry to Levy, and that chance right there. If guys are open, you got to make your shots. That's what it comes down to. And that's how they're going to cut this lead.
Wes Moore's now with the ball. McFarland with the handle, and Josh Moore.
I love Josh Moore on defense. I love what he does. I love how shifty he is.
Andrew Miller. He gets in the lane, kicks it out to the corner, too strong. Rebound Josh Moore, and he'll push. Moore with his head up. Finds Curry. Curry, hesitation, into the lane, layup. Too much English. Fight for the floor, fight on the floor, and that's another jump ball. Possession arrow pointing in the direction of the Cougars.
Beautiful move
or
by Curry.
is it not? It looked like the possession arrow is pointing toward the Cougars, but it will go to Wes Morris.
That was a beautiful up and under. Just couldn't get the finish.
2:53 left to play in the second quarter. Montgomery trails by 8 as McFarland crosses over, gets in the lane, out to Andrew Miller. Miller, one dribble, finds Rento. He gets in the lane, and he gets the tough layup to go. Might have wanted a foul there, but he gets the layup to go anyway, as now the Wolfpack lead by 10. Montgomery's scoreless for quite some time now. Curry finds Levy.
With Gordy back in the game, he's got to make his presence known on defense and on offense.
Simborski gets in the lane, no foul, but the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Montgomery.
Let's see if this is an inbounds play to Gordy. They like doing these.
Curry on the left wing. Curry at the elbow, step back jumper, in and out. Gordy offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Arian Gordy with the tough putback layup to cut the lead to 8.
There's an easy chance that's converted. Slowly and steadily.
Rento thought about a 3, and it's picked off by Curry. Curry will lead the break in the lane to Simborski. Layup is good with the left hand, and you can see the Montgomery faithful with the top of the head celebration. A tough finish. That's 7 for JT Simborski.
When a three-point shooter is scoring on the inside, too, it just makes guarding him a little tougher.
Rento good from the elbow. David Rento, he's having a solid night tonight, as the Cougars can't get the stop that they needed to cut into the deficit. Still trailing by 8, minute 23 left to play in the second quarter. Curry up top to Moore, and
they're calling that on Gordy.
That's an offensive foul. And, it looks like Rento may have turned an ankle there. And
Gordy's third.
Rento definitely hobbling, but Gordy, a crucial call there. That's his third foul. In high school ball, you only get 5 fouls. Gordy, a guy who needs to play 32 minutes a game. That's a tough break for the Cougars as they lose their big man. Wes Morris will handle, and nearly lost it there. Miller up top. Back to McFarland. Over to Jack Leonard. Too strong on the three. And the Cougars will go the other way. Here comes Davino into the lane. Layup. In and out. Tip in by Matt Levy.
Hey.
Now Coach Grundy wants some pressure.
Hey, Darren, what did I say about leaving in the pregame? He's always in the right spot
Always
at the
right spot, right time.
And he's the smallest guy in that little scrum for the rebound, and he just ends up there. He just gets it and puts it in. So he's an important player coming down as we enter the second half.
Cougars trying to cut in the lead. Three-pointer is no good by Coleman. Curry will bring the ball up. Pass back to Szymborski, who knocks down the three. It's a three-point game. Less than 20 seconds to go before the half. Montgomery in a 1-3-1 full-court press. Leonard nearly turned it over. And the Cougar faithful are loud, and there's a whistle. And what's the call? And it looks like it's going to be a foul on the floor. But West Morris is in the bonus, so they'll shoot 1 and 1. As Montgomery turned up the pressure there, nearly got a turnover, couldn't quite get their hands on it.
Coach Grundy was not happy with that foul call, saying that the offensive player used his arm as to create the contact. He had a case there.
Yeah, he definitely had a case, but the Cougars on a quick 5-0 run to cut the lead to 3. 6 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Looks to be some confusion. And it looks like they were trying to get the right player for the foul, and that was on Levy. So it's his first, team's 7th.
They're going to call the foul on Donahue, actually. It was on Levy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it was on Levy, and now it's on Donahue.
As McFarland will knock down the first. West Morris, a lot of senior leadership, and it definitely shows their seniors have come to play. Definitely leading the brunt of the scoring, minus Jack Leonard, the freshman, who's knocked down 2 threes. Curry will operate with 5. Curry in the lane, hop step, and count the bucket and the foul. Ryan Curry into the lane, tough hop step and finish. As time expires, there are zeros on the clock.
Yeah, look at that clock. Perfect zeros.
So that will be the last play of the half. Curry will set to the line to shoot 1.
Did you hear the horn?
I did not hear the horn,
Me
so
neither.
I was very confused.
Did you hear the horn?
And
Jonas?
it looks like they're going to put some time back on the clock.
Nope, no horn.
No horn. Jonas says no horn, so there was no horn. So they'll put .3 back on the clock. Curry will go to the line to shoot 1. That's Curry's first bucket of the night. And he hits the free throw. So West Morris will get it in, and that is halftime. The Cougars with an 8-2 run to end the half, cut into the deficit, and they make it a 2-point game as we go into halftime. 28-26, West Morris with the lead. Mo, definitely an up and down half for the Cougars, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll join you in a little bit for some halftime analysis. You are watching the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. You are caught in the mire. Welcome back inside the Cougar Den for the Coaches versus Cancer Shootout. I'm Darren Wallace, joined by Mo Hassanen and Jonas. I need you to refresh me on your last name.
Jonas.
Jonas,
Last
what's
name.
your last name?
Filak.
Jonas Filak, our trusty third companion. As the Cougars trail by 2 at halftime, a very up and down first 2 quarters for the Cougars. They came out and Szymborski got it going with a 3, and then they tried to play catch up for much of the rest of the first half. Couldn't quite get over the hump. They find themselves down by 2, but the story of the first half was definitely Ryan Curry's impact. He checked into the game, and it looked like he didn't miss a beat, Mo.
Yeah, I don't think Wes Morris expected him to play tonight. It didn't seem like it, and then I don't think any of us expected him to play tonight. And he came out here, didn't look like he was hurt. And same speed, same everything, doing the same Ryan Curry things, and he was able to facilitate for his teammates. Now, with that being said, his teammates everyone else has got to make their shots. Everyone else has got to get, going offensively in order for them to take back this lead. 28-26, it was 6 points going into the second quarter. This lead is very manageable for the Cougars, and we all know Coach Grundy's good at halftime. He makes the adjustments necessary, and I expect a fun second half coming in.
Absolutely, Mo. And aside from Curry, the rest of the Cougars, Szymborski's knocked down 2 threes, and you said that it would be important for him to get going. He definitely looks confident. Did pick up some early fouls, but he still kept stepping in and taking those charges like a lot of the other, players on Montgomery are capable of doing. Everyone's is willing to step in and take a charge, but Szymborski more so than others, and even with the fouls, he didn't stop.
Shoot a 3, make a 3, take a charge. Shoot a 3, make a 3, take a charge. I feel like that's what Szymborski's game is. I mean, I can't say I've seen it before, personally, but it's very useful on both ends of the court, and he's a valuable player. Keep getting him the ball, and Szymborski just keeps shooting, man.
Some would say shades of Alex Miller. He was a big charge taker back in my day. But under a minute left before we start the third quarter, the second half of this matchup, Montgomery versus West Morris for the headliner of the Coaches versus Cancer Shootout. It was a very exciting day of games. The previous game featured a 1,000-point scorer. I wish I could tell you all his name, but it was not given to me. But also, Rutgers commit Derek Simpson, he had a stellar performance. So definitely been a lot of good action. Watchung Hills won. They're still undefeated. So a lot of great basketball, as usual, for the Coaches versus Cancer Shootout at Montgomery, the annual event. And it's definitely awesome to be back in the Cougar Den for this event after not being able to do this a year ago. As we, again, just like to remind all of you and encourage you all to continue to stay safe, and we hope that you and all the ones watching at home continue to remain COVID-free as we will continue to bring you Montgomery Cougar basketball as the third quarter is just getting ready to start.
Darren, have you gotten COVID, man, before?
I had COVID last year in January. It didn't hit me too bad. I had it for I had 2 days where I was down bad, but for the most part, I was for the most part I was all right. And I think all my family got it except my sister, so I don't know how that happened. But COVID didn't do me in too bad. You?
Yeah, I had it my junior year of college in the fall. So it's just a crazy, weird virus, and I hope everyone is staying safe, just like you said.
Yes, absolutely. West Morris will start with the ball in the third quarter, and they're getting right to it, attacking the lane. McFarland in the corner thought about it, but he didn't take it, and Leonard stepped out of bounds. Sean Leonard with the early turnover, another turnover. Again, I wish we had a statistician so I could tell you just how many they have, but if I were to be a guessing man, I would tell you they have quite a few.
Yeah, there's a lot of sloppy basketball tonight, but hey, sloppy basketball can be exciting basketball.
Levy will operate on the left wing. He drives and handed it off to Davino to Moore in the short corner, and Moore will pull it out.
Let's see what Josh Moore can orchestrate here.
And another turnover. So back-to-back turnovers by both teams. West Morris turns it over to Montgomery, and Montgomery gives it right back.
Right on cue, Josh turned the ball over, right as I was saying. It happened twice today. So I'm 2 for 2 right now on
commentator's
commentator's
the commentator.
curse. So it is real. I didn't believe in it until it actually happened.
Rento, easy drive by and score. David Rento with the bucket to make it a 4-point game. West Morris leads 30-26. And Davino will operate. He's got nothing. Kicks it over to Levy, who finds Szymborski. Szymborski into the lane, tries to spin, and he lost it. And another turnover for Montgomery. And no foul as Josh Moore was knocked over. And Coach Grundy will use his patented quick timeout once the Cougars regain possession move. And early into the game, or early into the second half, a quick turnover and a quick timeout by Coach Grundy. And we'll take a quick timeout as well. You were caught in the mire. This is the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back. Quick timeout by the Cougs. Means a quick timeout for us, but we are back. This is Darren Wallace, Mo Hassanen, and Jonas
Filak.
He had to unmute his mic for that
He
one.
had to unmute his mic for that one because I got to make sure I include my man, Jonas, who is doing such a great job on the camera. So for all you watching at home wondering who is doing such a great job with that camera, it is my man Jonas as Levy cuts in the lane. Can't finish. Gordy can't put the putback back in. And Coach Grundy's definitely not happy.
Coach Grundy is irate because the boys aren't making layups. I mean, that's what we talked about. Gotta make your open shots. Gotta make the good
finish the bunnies.
opportunities.
Gotta finish the bunnies. Can't quite do it right there. Could Gordy and Levy, as Montgomery still trails by 4. And Levy picked up a foul there, so that's his second. As Wes Morris brings it over across quick. Pass into Miller, and he looks like he traveled, but no call. Out to McFarland. Rento. Leonard will handle up top, back over to Rento. And the floater in and out. And the Cougars cannot corral the rebound.
That's unlucky.
So, or rather, they recovered it, but they were out of bounds. So the ball stays here with Wes Morris. 6:06 left to play in the third. Cougars still trailing by 4. And looks like Leonard, a little miscommunication there. I thought he tried to throw it off Gordy's back. And another turnover for Montgomery. They've got more turnovers than shot attempts so far this half. Not looking good for Montgomery early in the second half.
I think what was happening down on that end was that he saw his guy open inside real quick and just try to give him the quick dump, but his teammate wasn't paying attention, and that led to the turnover, and then Cougars go down the other way and turn the ball over themselves.
Wes Morris across the timeline quick. Rento thought about a 3, gets in the lane, out to Leonard. Leonard falls, no travel, and the ball's loose. Wes Morris finds it, swings over to Rento. Rento will get in the lane. The layup is good.
That's multiple times we've seen closeouts and guys are leaving their feet. I mean, that's just the simple closing out defense. You can't leave your feet because that allows the dribble drive penetration.
Wes Morris is not the best three-point shooting team, but Montgomery selling out on those three-point attempts, even when they're not going up, as they now find themselves down by 6, and Davino will get the layup to go.
Good bucket by Davino.
Big bucket there to stop the bleeding. Montgomery, a lot of turnovers early, and it looks like a carry, and it is. That's Zach McFarland with the turnover. So, again, I'm going to reiterate this point because I really wish we had a statistician because there have been almost as many turnovers as points.
I'm willing to bet, Darren, that both of our hands combined cannot count the amount of turnovers there have been in this game.
Because there have been quite a few. Gordy in the lane, tough finish off the glass.
There's Gordy with the layups.
As Gordy cuts the Cougar deficit to 2 now. Montgomery looks like they're applying a little token pressure. The 3 short. Rebound, Kerry Wong.
Grundy wants Kerry to go. He wants the guys to go.
And the layup by Josh Moore, no good. Wanted a foul, didn't get one. He's slow to get up. And Coleman will pass it back to Leonard. Rento now at the 28-foot mark. fakes the handoff, and he's got nobody with him. Finds McFarland.
For as many fouls as there were in the first half and going into this half, I'm surprised Josh hasn't gotten to the line more. They haven't given him more calls to the line.
Miller too strong on the shot there. Long brings it across, and he's fouled by Rento.
Hey, Darren, I just want to say something real quick. In the games that I've watched, the film that I've watched, not that I'm surprised, but I'm just kind of like, I guess I am surprised about the level of sportsmanship there's been. Guys on our team helping guys up, guys on the other teams helping us up, and it's just really cool to see that because I don't think I ever saw that in my athletic experience. So usually you just pick your own teammates up, but everyone's picking each other up now. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, you like to see that good sportsmanship all around by both teams, as Coach Brennan will call a timeout as the Cougs looked a little disoriented there, but we'll stay with you for this one. I believe it is a 30-second.
No, it's a full timeout.
Oh, it's a full?
But hey, let's stay and let's just talk,
Let's
Darren.
stay
Why
and
not?
we'll talk. Yeah, the Cougs, so they find themselves down by 2.
Jonas, want to get in on this action?
Yeah,
Sure.
Jonas. So, Jonas, is there anything that you're seeing out there?
I mean, we've had some sloppy plays, obviously. Things got sloppy at times, but obviously we've had some good threes, some good layups, but yeah, we need to work on defense.
Absolutely. The Cougars definitely a bit sloppy. Wes Morris has turned the ball over quite a bit, but because Montgomery's turned the ball over a lot as well, definitely not as many points off turnovers as they would like to see based on how many that Montgomery's forced. They're using a little token pressure with their full court 1-3-1, and it has caused Wes Morris to play a little fast and, as a result, turn the ball over.
Shout out Jonas for the analysis and the camera work at the same time.
He is multi-talented, people.
Multitasking man.
Respect Jonas. Felock.
I'm just as shocked as you guys.
3:45 to play in the third quarter. Montgomery trails West Morris 32-30. You are watching the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience at the Coaches versus Cancer shootout as Montgomery attempts to shoot out Cancer.
It's a great shot at the Cougar Den right there in pink. Everyone decked out for the occasion.
And
Great
Gordy
dive
with the
by
find.
Gordy.
Kerry Wong puts it in, and it is a new ball game, folks.
That was Jokic-esque with that pass. Big man throwing it down to the little guy
Big
for the
man
layup.
dimes.
Hey, at least we're tied up now.
And Coleman will get in the lane, finds Miller in the corner. He's got nothing. He'll find Rento up top, who swings to Leonard. Leonard into the lane. Tough floater, too strong, and rebound. Gordy can't quite get it, but Josh Moore comes up with it, and he'll push the break up the right side.
Miscommunication.
And a little miscommunication there. It looked like Moore was trying to hit JT for the three-pointer. Instead, Kerry Wong got his hands on it, thinking the pass was intended for him. So now Wes Morris with the ball.
That's two guys filling the same lane, going for the same, making the same run.
McFarland for three, too heavy. And Davina with the rebound up to Moore. Moore will slow it down. Over to Szymborski.
So is there another Davino, or is he the last one?
That's a good question. I'm not even, I think there might, don't quote me, there might be one more. I don't want to say for certain, but there might be one more.
What's that, like 3, 4 brothers?
That would be the fourth Davino.
I thought there were too many Hassanins, but there's,
there's
more
way
Davinos,
more Davinos.
man.
Gordy inside, got nothing. Davino thought about a shot, gets in the lane, floater is good! And he puts Montgomery ahead 34-32, 2:15 left to play in the third quarter, and Coach Grundy is trying to pump up the bench as Montgomery has taken their first lead since they scored the very first bucket of the game.
Out of everyone on the court tonight, Davino has surprised me the most. He's stepped up, he's been aggressive, and he's been there on the defensive rebounds as well.
Curry has checked back into the game. He leads the break for the Cougars as JT thought about a three. He'll get in the lane instead. Layup, no good. Bench wanted a foul. They don't get one. Rebound is controlled by Sean Leonard. Leonard will bring it across the timeline, finds Rento, who he thought about a three. He won't pull the trigger. McFarland in the lane, and that's a foul.
That's a block on JT.
That'll be a block on JT on the floor. That'll be his third foul, I believe.
First foul.
Oh, first. I thought he had fouls. Maybe I was reading the wrong number earlier. but that's his first. I thought he had fouls. So those charges he took in the first half weren't so risky as Wes Morris catches Montgomery napping yet again. That's McFarland with the layup. And the second time the Cougars got caught sleeping on an out-of-bounds play.
Cougars are running something here. Set play in the half court. Let's see what did they got out of
Curry for three, short. And rebound back to the Cougs. Szymborski into Levy. Levy will go up strong. No good. Rebound. Oh, there's a fight for it. And Leonard is fouled, and we're going the other way.
Yeah, we're going Wes Morris.
Yep, we are going the other way. It was Leonard who had the rebound, and he was looked like a tabletop that they used to do back in high school. I don't know why that was ever cool, but that's how it looked. As the freshman, Jack Leonard, will check back into the game for the first time in the second half.
Like the charges, getting on the deck and getting after loose balls is an identity of this team. It has been for so many years, and I'm sure that's been something that Coach Grundy taught you when you played. So
Coach
it's nice
Grundy
to see.
has always been a big advocate of getting on the floor and hustling and winning those 50-50 balls. As Leonard gets in the lane, the pull-up, too much, and rebound Cougars. Curry will bring it across the timeline.
If Gordy didn't get that rebound, I don't know what I would have said, because that guy had at least 8 inches on. He had at least 8 inches on him.
Curry from the corner. That's off. Wrong with the rebound. Out to Curry. And he lost it. And looks like the minutes are getting to Curry a little bit. Looks like he slowed down a little bit after the break, trying to find himself. As we are under 20 seconds to play in the third quarter, and McFarland will dribble near the timeline.
Both his jumpers were short. I mean, that's just legs, you know? Got to get your legs in it.
Yeah, definitely showing some fatigue, and that is a carry. So another turnover. Mo, I think you know what I'm going to say. I wish we had a statistician. I don't know who we can pay. Oh.
We're having technical difficulties over here.
Technical difficulties, folks, if you can bear with us.
Oh, can you hear me? No.
And that's a buzzer beater by Matt Davino, if you can hear me at home.
Hopefully you can.
So that's the end of the third, 36-34. The Cougars lead.
Poe, can you hear me?
Wait, you guys are swapped. Your headsets are swapped.
Wait, he needed mine.
Good.
Okay. All right, folks.
I think you're 1 and he's 2.
Yeah, I'm 2, and yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Some technical difficulties there, but that was Matt Davino with the buzzer beater to end the third quarter. The Cougars now take the lead into the fourth quarter, 36-34. As we get ready for the start of the fourth, Mo. Been a lot of turnovers, a lot of sloppy action, but somehow, some way, the Cougars find themselves in the lead in this headliner matchup.
I think we're getting to the point now where we definitely can't count them on mine and your hands, but maybe not even Jonas's hands now too. Might be like 20-something, 30-some-odd turnovers, it feels like. Sloppy basketball. Let's see how it affects this fourth quarter.
Curry will handle the rock. He gets across the timeline. The screen by Gordy. And Curry will feed, and that's nearly a turnover. And that is going the other way. It looked like it was off the Wes Morris defender, but we are going the other way, and the Montgomery bench and the Montgomery faithful are not liking that call. Definitely questionable. It looked like it careened off a Wes Morris player's leg, but instead we are going Wes Morris's way.
Look, man, like I said before, I'm a referee myself. Not the same sport, but when a referee has as much confidence as that ref did and walks away like that,
you know that's not getting turned over.
It's not getting turned over, and you know what? Maybe we didn't see what he saw. So
the crowd calls for defense. Wes Morris operating with the ball. The fourth quarter underway in the den. And Coleman traveled. Another turnover. It seems like every other possession there has been a turnover in this game.
I think the crowd got to him on that one. The intensity that they showed supporting their Cougs.
36-34. Montgomery leads by 2. Davino will handle up top over to Curry. Curry will go behind his back and go back as he finds Davino in the corner all alone. He'll drive in the lane, and he's fouled.
Davino, the aggression. We said it in the third quarter. He's got to keep this up and keep the energy for his team. If it's not Ryan cutting in and driving into the basket, it's got to be someone else.
Cougars will inbound on the baseline. Curry finds Szymborski. He launches. He's short. Rebound Leonard up to Rento. Rento crosses, gets in the lane. Finds
That was a nice feed inside.
Matt Mancini. And Zach McFarland tried to reverse it, but he's denied. Feel like we haven't really seen too many blocks from Gordy. There's one. As Josh Moore will check in for Matt Levy.
Gordy's just got to keep his presence known. They're not really driving as much. And if they're not getting past him.
And a timeout. Wes Morris wants to talk it over.
30-second timeout.
30-second timeout, so we'll stay with you. As we are in the fourth quarter, Montgomery leads Wes Morris 36-34. Montgomery spent most of this game trailing, and at the end of the third quarter, as you saw, Matt Davino with the big buzzer beater to tie it, and then another bucket in the fourth to put the Cougars ahead. So we're coming down to the closing moments, Mo. What can Montgomery hold on to their slim lead? Can they expand it? What will it take to get over the hump tonight?
The aggression that we've seen in the second half and late in the second quarter. They got to keep attacking the basket. Everyone's got to play their role. Everyone's got to be an offensive threat in order for Wes Morris to be on their heels.
Inbound to McFarland. He finds Rento up top. Rento operating, gets in the lane to the corner. Mancini finds Leonard. 6:36 left to go in the fourth. Cougs up by 2. Leonard into the lane, tries to hand it off, nearly turned it over. Rento with the dish to Mancini. Mancini's layup is good.
And that's how you beat the shot blocker. You pull him out, and then you dump it off to the teammate waiting.
The Wolfpack and the Cougars are tied once again at 36. Curry will hit Davino on the wing to initiate offense and gets it back to him. Inside to Gordy. And Gordy finds Josh Moore. Cougars being patient, looking for the right shot. We're under 6 to play in the fourth quarter. And Curry nearly pickpocketed, but he gets it back. Curry in the lane, pulls it back. He's got nothing. Cougars will reset. And Davino into the lane.
I'd rather them get something good rather than just shooting to shoot. Get something good.
Wes Morris definitely turning up the pressure a little bit. As Rento's getting under Gordy trying to get the steal, Curry will control. 5:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Curry operating up top behind his back. Curry, hesitation, pull up, got it.
That's it.
That's a nice.
Ryan Curry with the elbow jumper to put the Cougars ahead by 2, and that's a big bucket. Now Rento will try, and that's a block. Wow.
That's the correct call. He was moving his
Ronnie
feet
got
still.
excited.
Well, contrary to popular belief, your feet do not need to be set for a charge. If you are the on-ball defender and the ball handler extends, or if he lowers his shoulder, it can still be a charge.
Right.
But it looked like it wasn't enough there to make the ref call it the other way. So Wes Morris will keep it. McFarland on the right wing. Out to Leonard. Leonard pops the 3. He's got it. Sean Leonard with a big bucket to put the Wolfpack up by 1. 39-38, 4:54 left to play in the fourth. Curry with the step back. He pops it. He's short. And Wes Morris controls the rebound. Rento now over to Leonard. Leonard, he'll try it again. He's short. Curry with the rebound. And Curry will push. Curry across the timeline. Spin move, layup, and the foul! Ryan Curry, the spin move layup and one. And the Cougars with a chance to make it a 2-point game now.
You know, Curry's only really got like 3 dribble moves that he likes that he likes to use a lot, but man, when you're defending him, like you just don't know which one's coming. It's really, and these defenders are struggling. That spin move there got him good, and the defender was forced to foul.
Ryan Curry definitely heating up again in this fourth quarter. Looked a little shaken up perhaps in the third quarter, but right there, no shaking up, not shaking up on that play as the free throw is good. 41-39, 4:33 left in the fourth quarter. The Cougars will turn up the pressure again as they go to their full court, looks like a 1-3-1. Rento in the lane, spin move, gets the layup to go. Tough shot by Rento. He likes that spin move, and he gets to it there to tie the ball game again, 41-41.
Him and Curry trading spin moves.
Curry in the lane, out to Moore. Moore with the fake pass, and Gordy will operate up top. Curry now. He's guarded by McFarland. The shot fake, nothing there. And they get into Gordy. Gordy in the post, and he's fouled.
Hey, no matter how tall you are, if you get hit in the arm, it's a foul. And when his hands are hard that up, I don't know how tall he is, but that's hard to defend. And you end up hitting a lot of arm there. So keep doing that. Keep holding the ball high up, Gordy.
Curry will inbound. Levy over to Curry. Curry will get in the lane and pull it back. Crossover, hesitation. Curry, layup.
That's tough. Oh.
No good. Gordy the rebound. Gordy the putback.
And that's what Gordy's there for.
Gordy, and Curry almost picks it off, but Wes Morris keeps it. Up ahead to, looks like Coleman, and Leonard. Leonard knocks down the 3, and Curry is shaken up on the play. Looks like he might have turned that ankle again, or did he just fall over?
No. You got to take him out.
Yeah, and it looked like Curry turned that ankle again. So Coach Grundy wisely takes him out. He says he's all right, but you definitely got to play it safe with a player like Ryan Curry. You see the impact he's had on this game as Leonard took advantage of Curry going to the ground there. Josh Moore will handle now. Moore into the paint. Over to Davino. Davino over to Szymborski. Szymborski will pop in and out. And a foul, and we're going the other way. And Curry wants to go back in the game.
He's a tough
Coach
kid.
Grundy's staying.
Grundy just doesn't want him in.
Doesn't want to risk it yet. You never know.
Such a tough kid.
You got to be smart with injuries, and Coach Grundy's definitely got a tough decision to make. Decides to keep him out of the game. The Cougars dialing back the pressure. Leonard will operate now. Over to Miller. McFarland, guarded by Szymborski. 44-43, 2:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. As Coleman gets in the lane, nothing there, out to Miller, and the Wolfpack will reset. Szymborski defending McFarland. McFarland gets by him. McFarland in the lane, kicks it out to Coleman. Coleman to Leonard.
Time and score.
And Wes Morris has no issue taking their time. McFarland will get in the lane now, and it's nearly turned over. Coleman now pops the J. Too strong. And a foul. Josh Moore with the rebound. He's fouled. That's a bear hug by Andrew Miller.
My heart sank. It looked good, but it was one of those shots that looked good and ended up being too long.
That is Wes Morris' 6th foul. So now any foul by Wes Morris from here on out will be free throws for Montgomery.
I don't think Curry's coming back in tonight.
Moore in the lane, and it's tipped and out of bounds, stays with the Cougars. Curry's still pacing up and down the bench. Definitely wants to get in if he can.
He's itching.
Gotta be smart with those injuries. Szymborski now will operate, finds Davino. Davino will hesitate. Over to Levy. Cougars definitely searching for some offense now with Curry on the bench. Who will answer the call? Moore over to Szymborski. And JT will try, and he's pickpocketed. That's Rento with the steal, and Rento with the spin. The layup, it's good.
Oh.
David Rento with the spin and layup, and the Wolfpack go up by 3. Minute and a half to play in the fourth quarter. Timeout Montgomery, and the Wolfpack bench is jumping. A huge steal and score by David Rento, and a timeout by the Cougars.
Yeah, as much as Szymborski's done a lot of good this game, that was not one of his brighter spots in the game. Too lackadaisical with the ball. And ends up in a turnover in a close game where now instead of 1 point, it's 3 points. So let's see what Coach Grundy wants to draw up here, who he wants to get the ball to. Do you have any predictions, Darren?
Well, you got to imagine at this point in the game, definitely a little bit of cat and mouse with Ryan Curry. Do you put him in the game, or do you let the guys who were on the floor ride it out?
You asking me, or are you just saying it?
I'm just saying, what's the word?
Hypothetical, like the
rhetorical.
Rhetorical. Okay. Well, I know it's a rhetorical question, but I'm going to answer. No, he does not go back in the game. Oh,
and
this is why I'm at the
it looks like Curry will check back in.
Your curse didn't work this time.
Curry definitely walking a little gingerly on that ankle, but it looks like he'll try to tough it out. The Cougars definitely in search of offense. Curry was providing that spark that they needed. And now they find themselves down by 3, minute 29 to play in the fourth quarter at the Coaches versus Cancer shootout in Montgomery. Davino will inbound to Gordy, and Gordy nearly turned it over. Curry now operating up top. Hands it off to Levy. Levy has it near the timeline. Over to Davino. And Davino nearly stolen, but he gets it back and he's fouled.
You know, even though he made the mistake, he did a great job of using his body to protect the ball, and it led to the foul. They were forced to foul.
So I believe the Cougars are shooting 1-1. They are. That's Wes Morris's 7th team foul. So free throws for Montgomery, as Josh Moore will check back into the game. Davino's first.
Not many trips to the free throw line in the second half.
Not many at all. Davino hits the front end. 46-44, minute 10 left in the fourth. Looks like Coach Grundy will take a timeout if Davino makes this free throw. Davino's second is good. And no timeout for Coach Grundy. Looked like he was talking to the ref that he wanted a timeout. Didn't take one. So Wes Morris will inbound. And they'll get it across the timeline.
Someone's got to set to him.
1 minute left to play in the fourth quarter. Montgomery trails by 1. Rento, guarded by Davino. Now McFarland, Szymborski to defend. McFarland is fouled. So the Cougars now have no more fouls to give. Every foul from this point on for both teams will be free throws.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of them.
We'll be definitely be seeing some free throws down the stretch here to end this game. Coleman to inbound.
47 seconds left.
And McFarland with more guarding gets it across the timeline. And a lot of activity and a timeout. Looked like the Wolfpack were in disarray there. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching the MIRE. You're watching the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. You're caught in the MIRE. We'll be back after this. inside the Cougar den. Darren Wallace, Mo Hassanen, and Jonas Filak, our trusty third
There you go.
companion. He's on the camera and he's providing analysis. He can do it all, ladies and gentlemen. Montgomery right now, they'll need to do it all as they find themselves down by 1 with 36.6 on the game clock in the fourth quarter. West Morris to inbound, and they get it into McFarland. Levy on the cover.
The question is, when do you foul? When is it long enough where you need to foul?
Coleman not even looking at the rim, and they try to foul Miller. They can't, so they'll foul Coleman instead. Coleman, his last jump shot, hit the other side of the backboard, so might be a good idea to foul him, which they do. JT will check back into the game for the Cougars, and Josh Moore will come out. A little offense for defense substitution there by Coach Grundy. 1-1 for the Wolfpack. John Coleman will take the free throws. The first is good. Big shot by Coleman there. Big free throw.
It's loud.
Oh, yeah, it gets really loud.
The den is definitely awake tonight. A later start than normal. And Coleman's second free throw is good. Big free throws there by John Coleman. Curry will handle up top. Over to Davino. Over to Levy. Curry in the corner for three.
Ooh.
That's off. Rebound. McFarland. It was a good look. Curry might have not had the legs for it. Hasn't played in a while. The ankle definitely bothering him a little bit.
But hey, if you're
Good look.
best players in the game, you got to give them the ball. What,
Absolutely.
you're not gonna give them the ball?
Absolutely. You got the look you wanted. Just couldn't quite put it in that time.
12 seconds left.
12.8 to go. Zach McFarland at the line. His first is good.
It's good.
That's a big free throw.
Zach McFarland, has been solid tonight.
Yes.
Solid for West Morris, and he's been keeping him in this game.
Yep. He is
Kudos
a
to him.
senior, a leader, and he is showing it. And the second is no good. Cougars
Commentators
need a
first.
bucket here. Curry gets it across, pulls the three, too strong. Gordy with the rebound, no, back to Curry. Curry for three,
One.
off to the right. Levy the putback, but that will do it
That's it.
as the Cougars will fall.
That's a tough way to end the game. That's such a tough way to end the game. To miss two shots and then to make the last one, but it's not enough points. That's a tough one.
Montgomery falls to 2 and 4 now. 49-47 is your final. West Morris pulls out the victory after they led for most of the game. The Cougars finally got the lead back early in the fourth, but they couldn't quite hold on. Ryan Curry checking into this game for the first time since his injury a few weeks ago at North Hunterdon, and he definitely made his impact felt. Two good looks there at the end, couldn't quite get it to go, and as a result, Montgomery loses another one. 2 and 4 now on the season, Mo.
Yeah, I think we talked before the game about their record on Coaches versus Cancer. You said you found out it was 8-1 right there.
Yep, 8-1.
8-2 now in Coaches versus Cancer. Look, that's a tough one. I mean, the inexperience at the varsity level, I feel like definitely came out a little bit towards the end of the game. But, you know, that's going to happen when you're 5 games into this season and your star players hurt. Guys have been in and out of the lineup, in and out of protocol. Moving on from here is going to be moving on to the next game. Who do they have next?
Their next game.
Jonas, you know,
I have no clue.
Rich. Thank
Rich.
you, offensive coordinator Matt Pogue, for being here virtually and telling me that.
The Cougars will play Ridge next. West Morris improves to 5-2 with the win. A really solid performance from their senior leaders. You mentioned before the game, all their starting 5 is seniors, and it was those seniors, Zach McFarland, Sean Leonard, and David Rento, providing big buckets there. Leonard had to hit the huge 3 when Curry went down, and it almost seemed like that was the crucial bucket to kind of change momentum. It looked like Montgomery was picking up momentum, and then that 3 by Leonard really, really took them over the top.
Yeah, in the first quarter, we were saying that they were shooting the lights out from three. And then second, third quarter, there really wasn't that many three-pointers that West Morris was capitalizing on. But in that fourth quarter, there were open ones that, Montgomery just didn't defend or didn't close out well. And those are the ones that came back to bite them. We said in the beginning of the game, the missed free throws and everything, it was a two-score game or one-score game. So got to look at the film, got to, coach these kids and tell them where they make mistakes. And that's just part of high school basketball. It happens. Close losses.
Cougars lose another tough one at home as they'll now head into a full slate of conference play in the Skyland Conference. So now Coach Grundy has some questions to answer. How do you proceed with Ryan Curry? Who will answer the call that's not named Ryan Curry as the Cougars continue to struggle? They lose another one here in the headliner of the Coaches versus Cancer shootout. Mo, it was a good experience to be back with the headset on.
I will say this:
the first time in a while.
I was better than I was 4 years ago than I am right now. So that's good. That's a good thing. So I honestly, when Mr. Glock texted me and asked me to do this on yesterday, and he was like, "Hey, can you do the game tomorrow?" I hadn't called the game in like a couple of years, and honestly, so this is my first time really with the headset on doing a game, and I had fun, Darren. I think we still have that chemistry from 4 or 5 years ago from that one game we did. So and shout out to Jonas too, man.
Shout out to Jonas.
Appreciate you. You're an
on
all-star.
the camera with the analysis. He's definitely the star of the show. And ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for watching the show tonight. 49-47, West Morris over Montgomery in the Cougar Den. We will see you next time when Montgomery takes on Ridge. Thank you for watching the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. You were just caught in the mire.
Have a good one.